As the brisk autumn air sweeps through our streets, we find ourselves on the cusp of an American tradition, Thanksgiving. Today we'll take a journey through the heart of this vibrant city and discover why the holiday holds such a profound meaning for the people of New York.
Central Park is so beautiful out here, and just seeing the interaction with people.
Live side by side and be happy with what we have.
It's a time when the spirit of unity and gratitude permeates every corner, transcending the boundaries of boroughs and neighborhoods. A New York Thanksgiving is more than just a parade. It's about the joy on the faces of children who remind us that even in this concrete jungle, dreams can still take flight. It's a time when the city's true spirit of compassion shines brightest. Volunteers gather to offer warmth to those who otherwise might go without. And as the day unfolds, we'll meet New Yorkers from all walks of life with many reasons for giving thanks.
We have our family and our friends that has been by our side since day one.
This is when we pause, reflect, and count our blessings. And in a city that moves so fast, we're showing how to cherish the simple moments and the company of loved ones. A day when we slow down, if only for a moment, to appreciate the beauty of this city and the warmth of connections. Central Park. It is a sanctuary amidst the concrete and steel. It's here where New Yorkers come together to celebrate in their own special way. For some, it's just listening to the laughter of children as it echoes through the trees. Others find solace in quiet moments of reflection as they embrace the beautiful colors of the changing leaves. Scattered throughout Central Park, you'll find families and friends sharing stories that become cherished memories.
We're definitely most thankful for our families.
We only live once, be kind to everyone.
Be thankful that you have people there with you, for you.
Grateful for my wife, love of my life.
Aww.
Yeah.
I'm most grateful for my family and my mom.
I share the same sentiment. She chose my thought.
I'm most grateful to my late mother. To her memory, I say hi.
Oh, now that's a goodie.
I'm most thankful for my gift, being a musician. Thanksgiving is about giving. I'm grateful that I have a gift that I can bring joy to other people.
That's what New York is about. He says, I love New York, the big heart. Look at this one. Oh my goodness, you're kidding.
How do you feel about
And the fact that he can walk by me and not be scared, he knows that my heart, they measure your heart. So I love New York.
Appreciating the people we have around us and the love that they give us, and to share that is just like so special, and that's what we are here for, right?
Maybe no family is more thankful to see this holiday together. More than a year after being born, this premature boy is finally going home. Graysons Journey is a testament to human resilience. Born on June 27th of last year, Grayson emerged into the world long before he was due. At 16 weeks early, he was no bigger than a pound of flour and far more fragile.
I was instantly worried, but I didn't know that this journey was going to be this long. So a lot of days I was just thinking that my son was going home, and then another situation would happen. Even when we held him, we were like so scared because it looked like he was going to break. He was so delicate.
Grayson's first weeks of life were punctuated by the steady beep of monitors. He was diagnosed with a congenital heart defect, a mountain to climb, before he could even lift his head.
When they say roller coaster, they mean it. Many days are so good, but then a lot of days are stomach crunching, can't even hold your head up.
Beneath the burden of a chronic lung disease, he required 15 blood transfusions. each one a lifeline into the stormy seas of his struggle. But within this tiny body, a strong spirit was beginning to stir. Over the months, Grayson began to make strides that were nothing short of miraculous. Every milestone he reached was a testament to his tenacity.
Kids start walking, he might be a little, longer, a little delayed, but no, he's perfectly fine to me. He's smart, sense of humor.
490 days after his birth, Grayson finally leaves the only home he ever knew, heading for his real home.
He was a fighter. He fought this whole way.
He never stopped fighting. There's a lot of situations that I've been through, and I wanted to just throw in the towel, and I'm like, if he could go through this, he's here every day, he never stops fighting, and why I'm gonna stop fighting for?
And as Grayson continues his journey, he lives as a reminder that strength comes in all sizes. We're back to show residents who were given a priceless gift, a chance to see the world anew.
It makes me happy. I'm saying, oh my God, you know where I went.
See how gratefulness comes from the power of innovation when Snapshot New York's Thanksgiving special continues.
My life is gonna be beautiful. There's sunshine enough to spread. And it's just like the fella said, tell me quick, ain't that a kick in the head?
Thanksgiving is a time when families gather together to share their blessings. But inside the walls of one facility, it's taken a novel turn. A place where virtual reality has made its way into the hearts of these gentle souls. At the St. John Lynn campus in Kings Park on Long Island, one resident is prepared to go skydiving.
Whoa, it's a long way down.
Rita's in her 90s and is seeing the world in a new way, virtually.
They look like they're dancing.
These residents are spending their golden years in comfort, and yes, their bodies may be less mobile, but not their minds.
Scary, but thrilling. It took me a long time to go on a plane, so can you imagine what I saw today?
Mind VR is immersive therapy that allows users to live fuller lives.
This is amazing.
What we've seen with VR is it can help across a wide range of health.
Chris Brickler is the co-founder of Mind VR and dedicated to improving the lives of seniors with technology.
This just amazes me.
And we think VR is a really powerful tool as it relates to the ability to transport and teleport people to different times, places, and energy fields.
This gives me an opportunity to do something that I would love, which is to travel.
This new tool allows them to satisfy that craving for experiences that are beyond their reach.
Wow.
We know from science that music ignites part of the brain and activates part of the brain that can stimulate conversation, can stimulate memories.
They're in the square and they're playing music.
VR can also be a part of physical therapy by enhancing range of motion or improving coordination by catching butterflies.
That was really an awesome experience. I mean, I felt like I was really catching butterflies. It was really something.
Providing a pathway to joy and reminding everyone that age shouldn't be a barrier to experiencing the world.
I felt like I was coming out of myself.
I got to see these fantastic places. It makes me happy. I'm saying, oh my God, do you know where I went? I went to Germany.
As the season of giving envelops the land, there is a remarkable tale of courage and determination that unfolds amidst the rugged contours of nature's embrace, and one man's appreciative soul defies the limitations of his physical abilities. The sun was already high in the sky when we arrived at Ridge Road Park. It's a park that breeds a special kind of resilience and spirit, a spirit personified by this adventurer ready for his next challenge.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Everyone here at Westchester Parks Foundation believes that parks are for everyone.
This nonprofit created a program called Trails Without Limits using a special all-terrain wheelchair. Kevin Lang is hitting the trail.
Ever since I was a little kid, I loved exploring nature and being outdoors.
Action Track Chair is a robust machine ready to tackle the rough terrain. It hums quietly as it powers over the rocky trail, the tank-style tracks gripping the rocks with sturdy assurance. Kevin searches out those rugged parts.
Those are some of the best parts. Like this one, like you just see a little rock, you just want to go over it.
Like a kid stomping in the puddles.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Kevin is 62 and an outdoorsman. He hasn't always been a quadriplegic. 5 years ago, his life changed.
I was running trails over at Rockefeller, skiing and snowboarding in the wintertime in Vermont. And I had friends that were very good mountain bikers, and they were always imploring me to come away with them on their mountain biking trips. And I finally took them up on it. I was on a raised part of the trail, and I just went over the handlebars and hit my head. And it was strange, like it felt like a lightning bolt went through my body, and instantly I couldn't move anymore.
But his love for adventure never waned. It just morphed into something new, but equally inspiring.
I just kept thinking back to how I lived already for 57 years, and I've done so much and I've enjoyed so much of life. I don't really feel bad about where I'm at right now. There's a lot of stuff I can still do. It's just different than what it was when I was walking with my 2 legs. I hear the birds. That part of my life isn't gone for good. I can still come out here and listen to the birds.
Despite the adversities, Kevin has found his way back to his passion.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
He adapted, evolved, more importantly, hadn't given up. In the face of challenges, he found courage. In the face of loss, he found hope. In the face of change, a new trail.
I love trees, especially big old trees. So being out here in the parks where I can just look at them, and I just think about how long they've been here and what they've seen, how many storms they've lived through. To me, it's fascinating.
We're literally living on this planet because we have these trees. Nature has the benefit of improving our mental well-being and our physical health.
I don't know where these trails go, so I'm exploring again. Every turn I'm going someplace I haven't seen before.
He serves as a reminder that we are all capable of far more than we imagine. And as long as we keep going, the trail will always be there, waiting for us. Does it feel like being out here in the wilderness and once again being able to, in a way, kind of blaze your own trail? Does it mirror your life that when a challenge comes up, you find a new path?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, actually. Yes. Yeah, when you get an obstacle in front of you, you find another way to get around it and continue on where you want to go.
In the spirit of this holiday, when we continue, we'll bring you a remarkable story of triumph against all odds.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I'm going to do this. I'm going to wake up the next day. I'm going to work out, and I'm going to just transform my body back to not only where it was, but better.
This is Snapshot New York's Thanksgiving Special. The Thanksgiving holiday gives us the 3 busiest travel days of the year. While our focus may be on getting to a destination, one man reminds us of the importance of appreciating our journey, because along the way, we may meet someone who inspires us to be thankful.
When I was here, none of this was here. I'm in the spotlight now.
The greatest artists in the world play at Madison Square Garden, but there's a bigger stage deep below. You're in front of the garden. You play under the garden.
Underneath the garden. Yeah. 25 years. And a lot of people in the garden that work there said, man, you sound better than some of the guys that come there. Now, this is where I started at, this spot right here.
In the corridors of Penn Station and Moynihan Station, amidst the symphony of screeching train brakes, we hear an unlikely melody.
I say to myself, what a wonderful world.
It's the sound that carries the weight of years, the rhythm of life, echoes of a different era.
In your eyes,
It's the voice of Sammy C. Davis, and he performs to an audience that is much larger than any at the Garden.
You got 600,000 people coming down here each and every day. Can't let you go, baby. If you can get them to stop, you done something. Can't let you go, baby. Can't let you go. A lot of people come to me crying and say, you sing songs that my father used to, you know, listen to, and it reminds me of him. And they come with tears in their eyes, you know, and they say thank you. We all sensitive people come together.
Sammy first stepped on stage in the 60s.
Let's get it on. Woo! Back in the days, a lot of the groups used to sing in the subways, on the corners. Then they would go to the subways on the A train, Broadway Junction, and sing because of the echo.
Over the years, he's lent his voice to a number of groups, including a group that can be found in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Drifters.
Under the boardwalk, out of the sun, we be having some fun.
Over the years, the Drifters have had more than 60 members, and while Sammy wasn't at the Hall of Fame ceremonies, he was honored by those he impacts most.
We would like to proclaim today and every day as Sammy's Day. We love you, Sammy.
I love you too. I started to cry. It gives me more life, you know. That's all I can say. I'm very humble and gracious.
He was once adorned with the glitz and glam of the stage, but time, as it does, turned the page on this chapter of his life. The lights didn't dim, they just became fluorescent, though the song in his heart never waned.
She was always on my mind. She was always on my mind.
He now sings not to packed arenas, but to commuters, inspired to feed off his energy.
I got the nose. Though it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain.
He breaks them from their own rhythm and sends them on their way.
Yes, sir. You know it.
And they, in turn, give back to him.
A successful day for me is when they appreciate me and drop something in that tip box.
Is it your livelihood?
Well, right now I'm here, yeah. Every dollar I get is my livelihood. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk, thank you. Come down.
His song carries above the clamor of the station with a voice that dances through the air and touches hearts.
Happy birthday to you, baby.
Even if only for a fleeting moment. And perhaps that's the most beautiful song of all.
My way. Oh, yes.
Perspective gives us more of an appreciation for the things in life we might take for granted. Now, thousands of high schoolers suit up to play football in our area every year, but one reminded us that there is hope, even in the darkest of times. And along the way, he's become a beacon of inspiration for an entire community.
I think all my coaches would agree they didn't think I'd be playing football again.
Brant Morgan is a senior at Jericho High School. To appreciate where he is, we need to go back to where his story began, 2 years ago as the JV quarterback.
He was like the next up-and-coming guy, and we had a fantastic season. He led us to our first win at Jericho in a couple of years.
Then a shadow fell over his bright future.
I heard a click while I was in the shower, and I looked in the mirror and I saw two probably the size of two golf balls, a size mass, popping out of my neck.
Within days, the diagnosis was clear: cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Everything just stopped, and I was just in shock.
Brent went directly to the hospital, and just in time.
I got to the emergency room and they found out that my cancer spread from my throat to my chest in less than a week.
For the next few months, he would undergo multiple rounds of chemotherapy.
I'm stuck here getting poison put into my body. It caused me to lose probably almost 30 pounds. I got neuropathy, which I lost feeling, hips down.
While his friends were enjoying the life of a high schooler, Brant spent months relearning how to walk.
So now I want you to do it on the inside line.
Every wobbly step fueling his desire to return to football.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I'm going to do this. I'm going to wake up the next day. I'm going to work out, and I'm going to just transform my body back to not only where it was, but better.
He grew stronger, faster, better than before. He didn't just want to come back. He wouldn't stop until he was the starting quarterback, QB1.
Quarterback's the leader. If you don't have a quarterback, you can't have a team.
He is the starting quarterback.
Absolutely.
A role he earned.
Absolutely. Well-deserved, well-earned, and plays it well.
On this day, Brant led his team on the field against Oceanside, one of the biggest schools on Long Island. His mother, Abby, is at the edge of the fence of this game that was both inspiring and gut-wrenching. As a mom, is it tough to watch your son getting tackled?
Yes. Yes. It's very hard. It's disturbing. But I have to put it back again in my head that a year ago, he couldn't even do any of this, and a year and a half ago, we were in the hospital. So look at him now. He's on the field. He's living his dream. This is him. This is all he ever wanted. This is Brant Morgan, and I couldn't be prouder. He is my QB1 forever.
Brant took some shots in this game. But nothing hits as hard as cancer, a fact he's reminded of every chemo treatment.
Having a good time, like hitting some people on the field, like as hard as it is for some people to watch, like my mom to watch me get hit after everything, because I've been hit with a lot worse.
And even though it wasn't a win, they had moments to celebrate and reflect on the bigger picture.
You're gonna go through so many dark times, especially throughout something so crucial like this. Like, life is a mindset itself, and I've learned that in so many different ways now, that like when I'm facing, like I'm going through a war like I'm going through, and I'm still going through, and I'm still getting chemo, and like last week I just had a dose of chemo. Like, this is one more less, instead of one more, like shoot, I have one more, I'm getting chemo today. Like, all right, that's one less, and then I'm done. Playing 4 quarters of a game with my brothers, my coaches, and all like my family here, like that's a win itself.
Ultimately, this is a holiday that serves as a reminder to be grateful. And that's why all of the stories we shared with you today are connected by gratitude. New York has been through some tough times, but we've always come through them together. And on the backside, making our community stronger. From the heart of New York, where dreams are born, we wish you a happy Thanksgiving. May the spirit of this day fill you with love, compassion, and an appreciation for the blessings we have that are always surrounding us. For in the tapestry of life, the most beautiful threads are formed by gratitude.